Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt wrong? As if the air itself was watching you? Welcome to room 13, a hotel room hidden away on the 3rd floor of the old Greystone Hotel in northern England. It's no longer available for rent. But years ago, people who stayed in room 313 often checked out differently or never at all. The Greystone Hotel opened in 1892. Elegant, classy, and wildly popular during the early 1900s. Celebrities, politicians, and aristocrats all stayed here. But among the staff, there was always one rule whispered in fear. Never look too long into the mirror in room 313. At first, it sounded like just a creepy story, but records from the hotel archives tell a different tale. The first documented incident happened in 1903. A young actress named Elizabeth Wren checked in for a week-long retreat. She was vibrant, talkative, and friendly with the hotel staff. But after the second night, her demeanor changed. She stopped leaving the room. Her food was left outside her door and was barely touched. On the 5th night, guests in the next room heard screaming, terrified, guttural shrieks that echoed through the floor. By the time hotel security forced the door open, Elizabeth was standing completely still, facing the full-length mirror in the room. Her eyes were wide open, unblinking, and her mouth was open like she had been frozen mid-scream. She never moved again. The doctors called it catatonia, but when they tried to move her, they found she was physically stuck in place, as if the floor itself held her there. It took 3 days for her body to be removed. Over the next 2 decades, room 3113 gained a reputation. People who stayed there spoke of nightmares, hallucinations, voices behind the walls, and faces in the mirror that didn't belong to them. In 1927, a writer named Thomas Greeley booked the room for inspiration. He left behind pages and pages of writing, most of it nonsensical. One phrase was written over 200 times. "It sees what I hide." He disappeared the following morning. His suitcase was still there, untouched. The door was locked from the inside. In 1954, a historian and paranormal researcher named Alistair Crone became obsessed with the mirror in room 313. He believed it was not just haunted, but a portal. Or worse, a sentient object. Crone's research discovered that the mirror wasn't original to the hotel. It was added in 1902, just 1 year before the first incident. Where did it come from? No one knows for sure, but old shipping documents show that it arrived from Romania, purchased from a private collector, who claimed it was once part of a noble family's estate, one rumored to practice occult rituals. Crone set up cameras and recording equipment in room 3, but all of it failed within minutes of being turned on. He stayed the night. The next day, he was found unconscious, lying in the hallway outside the room. His hair had turned completely white. He never spoke again. By the 1980s, room 313 was officially taken out of service. The mirror remained, though, bolted to the wall as if no one dared to remove it. Guests in neighboring rooms still reported strange sounds. Hotel workers avoided the floor completely, and despite being locked, the room was occasionally found open, lights on, curtains swaying, and the mirror fogged from the inside. Security footage once caught a shadow moving across the hallway, only visible in reflections. Paranormal investigators have many theories. Some believe the mirror is a gateway, showing people their truest, darkest selves. Others think it traps the soul of anyone who looks into it for too long. A few even suggest that the mirror doesn't reflect what's in front of it, but what's behind our world. Room 313 is sealed now, but those who have stayed nearby claim they still hear whispers when walking past. And some brave or foolish individuals still sneak in, hoping for a thrill. If you ever find yourself in the Greystone Hotel, and you see an old wooden door with a faded, number 313 carved into it. Ask yourself, would you dare look into the mirror? Just remember, it might look back,